Okay, any more questions about Texas or comedy? You said you wanted to do comedy. I figured you have we have the arrival of the Texas second, and I am so ecstatic to have him here. So that I don't have to talk to you, find people anymore.
What's
I'm
up,
way
guys?
up here. There we go. Tiger Ruiz is here.
What's going on, dude?
So is it him that we got to talk to
quick?
about the Texas 3 conspiracy?
Getting left hanging is crazy.
Well, so we have a show prepared for you guys. Let's start out with welcome to the Texas 3 podcast.
Ow!
We got Tiger Ruiz.
And then Fat Drew Blues.
Yes, he's very skinny today. I'm Jack Schutze. We are. Do you want to try and do it? We used to do it.
Oh yeah, we're gonna fuck it up, but yeah.
1, 2, 3. We are the Texas 3.
Fuck it. All right.
All right. We usually do that like 5 times, but we ain't doing that shit today.
Nope.
But look, we got our own coffee cups. Look,
oh shit, we got coffee cups now?
And he took away Drew's coffee cup, which I actually kind of love. I think that's fucking hilarious.
Okay.
Yeah, Tiger just got in here. What you got, Simon?
He should be here if he wants a coffee cup.
Oh yes, touche.
Good call, Simon. That's why he's the boss, and I have an empty fucking coffee cup.
Yeah, sorry, Jack. There's nothing in I apologize. No, you're golden. He asked us if we wanted food. I told him chips.
No, it's all good. No, coffee cup's great, bro. Thank you.
What would you, if you wanted food on the table? What would you put there, Tiger?
Chicken tikka marsala.
Ooh, yeah, that actually sounds delicious.
By the way, guys, I'm Mexican.
He is. Yes, he's not Indian.
Yeah, I had no idea.
We're basically the same thing, though.
Yeah,
they're just Indian Mexicans.
So Drew is not here because he is scalping an Indian, I believe, is what he said.
Oh shit.
He said he's on his way, though. He said once he's done, he's gonna have a scalp and he's gonna jump into VR.
How are you on your way to the metaverse? You know what I mean?
Yeah, technically, the metaverse is everywhere. What would be funny is if he took his headset there and logged in and showed him the metaverse.
Dude, I've seen Drew doing his thing, like in this car. Have you seen him? Like I've seen him. Yeah, I've seen him do it. It looks so stupid. You look stupid. Like you look like an idiot. You like picture somebody in a car with with the goggles on and like it's insane, man. Oh my gosh, he looked like a moron.
And it's technically kind of unsafe. He's not driving or anything.
Yeah.
But generally when he's at Upstage is a great club, but all the businesses around it are closed. So it's a fucking sketch parking lot. To not have your eyes covered and just be like in your car, it's fucking bold.
It's right next to those apartment buildings where you know they're apartment buildings, but you're just afraid to pass by. You know what I mean?
That's where I used to live, man, back in the day.
Back in the day. So what's going on, guys? I've missed like 2 episodes. Shit. I haven't been here in a while. So
you didn't have to tell them that. These are all new people. They didn't
crap. These are all new people. Oh, okay. Well, that never happened.
What's funny is the last episode, I started talking about my arrest history, and out of nowhere, the audio got corrupt, and I'm like, thank God. That one is not coming out. That last one is not.
How do you have an arrest history? No, I was going to say, how do you have an arrest history and I don't? I'm just a better criminal.
That's what Drew said too. He said he's never been caught. You know.
Yeah. I shut off the power to the entire school when I was in elementary, and the elementary and the middle school were both connected. So the power, like the power switch on the side of the building, somebody broke the lock and I didn't know about it. So I was just pulling it up and down and up and down and up and down. And apparently the like a security came out, the cop came out, and like it's a freaking 12-year-old kid standing there, and he's just like, "Are you shutting off the power to the entire school?" And I said, "No, I didn't know what he was talking about." And then when he left and he came back, and he comes back to me just doing it up and down and up and down. I got busted. So yeah, the entire school lost power. People who had like referrals for being bad, they got erased that day. It was amazing.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
See, that would be a terrorist threat these days. Like you would have gone to jail for like 5 years, even as a kid in Texas.
Yeah, that was fun though. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even know what I was doing.
That's nice. Okay, so I think a big part of me getting caught was I always I hated boring people, so I always made friends with all the bad kids, and it always got me labeled a bad kid. So it was like they're always looking my direction. Yeah, I got blamed for stuff I didn't do all the time. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about current events, all things comedy, and all sorts of fun things. Yeah, cheers on that one here. Bling.
Fucking A.
Bling.
Your cup went through my cup, so we technically had sex. There we go.
So I want to talk about, since we're talking about arrested, cocaine at the White House. Cocaine.
Sorry, that was my bad.
Wow.
Yeah.
My bad. I visited. That was my bad. Last week I was out of town.
I'm conflicted about it because, like, I kind of wish Joe Biden was doing a little cocaine. I think he'd be a better president if he's on that white lady, you know?
Yeah. I think, I mean, I wouldn't put it past him. You know what I mean?
Well,
he probably bought it
He's
from his
clearly
son.
not. Oh, that's true. That's true.
Definitely bought it from his son.
Have you seen the laptop videos of Joe Biden's son?
The laptop videos?
Yeah, like the whole how they're like Biden's laptop.
Yeah. So what's the deal? You know, man. Here's the thing. I can't anymore. Anyway, I can't differentiate between what people are bringing to the table that's legit and what's just talking out of their ass because they want to, defame somebody.
He definitely is smoking crack with prostitutes on there.
Okay,
and I didn't want to talk about anything political. I just
no, me neither. But
awesome.
I'm sincerely
cool
curious. Like, yeah, I'm sincerely curious. So, like, I don't know if that laptop shit was real or not. If it was real, holy shit.
Oh, it's real. It's real. So whether or not he actually dropped a laptop off or someone hacked his laptop and then copied it and then planted that, whatever it is, a lot of what's on there has been at least verified by outside sources that it's real.
He was probably
material.
high.
And it's his face and his. I mean,
what's up?
he's
Hey,
never
Jack,
denied.
you
Here's the
back.
thing: he's never denied the smoking crack or being with prostitutes.
Good.
He's fighting back and saying that they shouldn't have shared it because it was private information, which is admitting it's real. If
That's
you're
like
saying
me.
you're
That's like my wife busting me watching porn, and I'm like, you shouldn't have walked in. Shut the door.
Yeah, I just like the idea of it's not the first time drugs have been in the White House. Like Willie Nelson smoked weed with Jimmy Carter's son on the top of the White House. I don't know if you guys
Oh, he
remember.
did?
Yeah,
Is that a real story?
Totally. Willie's confirmed it. I think even Jimmy Carter said that he's heard about it. But I mean, back in the day, who's gonna tell Willie he can't smoke though? I mean,
My grandma.
she doesn't watch this, does she?
No, she'd be like, pass it.
You know what's funny is my mom is growing up. My mom would bust our balls for smoking weed so bad, dude. She would not only would she bust us, she would call all my friends' parents and like be like, "Your kids are smoking weed," and their parents would be like, "We don't fucking care." Like, but now my mom is 71 and she smokes hella weed. Like she gets higher than I do, and she busts my balls. When we visited her in Europe, she made me bring over gummies. I was like, my own mom made me a drug mule.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
I can't picture my mom being like, "Hey son, bring me gummies."
Dude, they're bold. They're old. So the thing about being old is like no one's going to suspect them. And the dogs are bomb dogs. They're not. You can't train a dog to be a bomb dog and a drug dog. It doesn't work like that. They're all bomb and weapon dogs. So
give me a week, I'll have it done.
Yeah, you'll find
drug and a
all
bomb
the
dog. I was kidding.
It would be the bomb.
Da bomb.
That's a dumb
Da bomb
joke.
bomb.
But they would vacuum seal and take over like 1/4 ounces of dank, and I was just like, "Mom, I wouldn't do that. I don't know what the fuck you're." But I think they're just like, "Fuck it, we're old. Like, what are they gonna do?"
The next step, she's gonna be like, "Hey, can you give me some DMT, son?" Holy shit.
That's you say that. You say that. They've done ayahuasca trips, and they just started doing.
That's amazing.
Them. Yeah. Oh, we've talked about this before. We talked about that.
What if your mom, like after the ayahuasca trip, she was like, "I realized, son, that you should have never been born." What if it was like that deep?
It was more awkward. My family invited me, and I was like, you know what, I'm good on that. Maybe next time. And they did a whole like guided meditation.
Yeah.
And at one point, my mom goes, "I just want to be held. Can we take turns and like everyone for like a couple minutes will come just like give me a hug?" And I was just like, oh my god, like I'm fine doing that. That's my mom. But it was like some
Yeah.
people that weren't even related to us. Just like, I just want to be held in
We're
hugs.
hugging. That's nice. I like that. I want to hug random people.
Oh, my mom is open.
Hey, Damien boy, come here. That's cool, dude. Oh, we got more people up
Kids
there.
call this
Yeah.
docking.
The kids call this
docking. I
docking.
like that. Fuck yeah. Thank you.
That's
Thank you,
awesome.
bro.
Docking.
No, I completely stole that from Deadpool.
Oh. You didn't have to admit that. We would have thought
Yeah,
she was the original.
that's still funny though. I like it. Good callback.
So Tiger was going to. Do you want to talk about the
What's up?
El Shapo El Shifter thing that you wanted to
Dude,
talk
what the?
about?
Okay, I really want to talk about it, but I don't want to. I want to make sure, cause okay, I'm gonna get excited. Okay, so have y'all? So all right, so have y'all heard about what happened at the Dallas Fort Worth Airport? Has anybody heard about the Dallas Fort Worth Airport?
Oh, I heard something.
Okay, if you haven't heard it, just a quick little review on it. This girl who was apparently completely sober was having a conversation with a guy in a green hoodie. And all of a sudden, the conversation became intense and erratic, but only on her side, not the guy in the green hoodie. And there's a video of her on the airplane basically making an announcement to everybody on the plane, like, listen, I need to
Alien Brigade. Oh yeah.
watch, listen. She's like, listen, I need to get off this plane. She's like, if you want to stay in here and die with this guy, y'all go ahead, but I need to get off. She didn't even want to take her shit. She left her stuff. She was like, just get me off the plane. Now, here's the thing. There was a second video made. The second video was of a guy who was 3 rows back on the left side of the plane. Now, he admits to having one headphone on, and he was listening to a Stephen King novel. But he did remember hearing the girl and the guy talking, and, you know, like the way you hear everybody talking in an airport. You know, it's kind of chaotic. Everybody's kind of doing their own thing, but you're aware of what's going on. He was aware that this lady was putting her bags away, talking to the guy in the green hoodie. And it was a full-blown conversation. What he does remember is during the conversation that he was subtly hearing, it was only her talking, not him. The entire time he said he was just kind of just staring at her. She was talking, answering questions, giving statements, but nothing was coming out of his mouth. Wow. That's what he remembers. Now, she becomes erratic. She gets off the plane. At this point, you know, the stewardess, they're trying to find out what's going on. After she exits the plane, the guy in the green hoodie kind of like looks around, like he's looking around at everybody looking at him. And he looks at the guy who made the video on the third seat to the back. And the guy said that as he looked around, that he looked at him and kind of winked his eye. And he thought that what he was getting from that was like, holy shit, like that was weird. Like, what the fuck just happened? But in retrospect, he realized that when the guy winked, he didn't wink up and down. He winked side to side.
What?
Okay.
Okay. So that's what happened. Now, that's a crazy story in itself. I can't prove or you know what I mean? I'm like 50-50 on that, because I would like to see his ticket. Like, it would have been nice to actually seen his ticket at least. But he claimed to have tried to, you know, he's trying to keep everything condensed because it's only a 3-minute video. So he's trying to just give you everything. And he seems pretty sincere. I don't know. But what got me was, hold on, last thing. What got me was the third video. The third video, the stewardess is like literally standing over him and over the overhead compartment. And the dude, like, he doesn't even care. Like, you can't see his mouth.
Vision into nothing. He was
Yeah,
just
like,
staring into
he
nothing.
just-
It was real creepy.
It was weird. Like nothing was going on. And on top of that, even the guy in the second video said that the entire time this girl was acting erratic, saying like, you're not real, you're not a real person or whatever. He wasn't even defending her. Like, he wasn't defending himself. His eyes were locked in on her the entire time, and the longer he stared, the more erratic she became.
Okay, so what is the shapeshifter part of this? That's what I was going to ask, because
I don't know,
I was
dude.
super
I don't fucking
confused
know.
why so they said shapeshifter.
Well, it's
and
his
he sent me
eyes.
this video.
His eyes blinked. His eyes blinked like this, not like this.
Okay, so they're saying that he has some sort of ability that's not normal, right?
Yes, so something weird with his eyes that the guy he winked at him, but the wink wasn't up and down. It was from side to side, from the sides.
So some background to this. Hold on just 1 second. Some background to this. Tiger, we were talking about this for pre-show, and Tiger sent me the links to the video. And one of the links says shapeshifter, and I didn't know what I was supposed to be looking for. So I'm watching this super erratic lady, right?
That was
and then I noticed
yeah.
No, it's good. I wasn't gonna bust your balls, dude. I was watching it. I'm watching this super erratic lady, but I'm looking for a shapeshifter, and then I see like a Hispanic flight attendant walk out of the frame, and then a black lady comes back, and I was like, holy shit, she changed into a black lady. Serious, dude. I'm totally serious. I was like, oh man, this is crazy. I hope so. And then they're like, another angle of the shapeshifter, and I'm like, someone's gonna show this lady turn into a black lady.
Oh man!
And then we talked about it later, and I was like,
she went to a hard life to a harder life.
Better than the actual. That's fucking brutal.
Bro, this changed.
But that's weird. I mean, it's weird that like. Okay, hold on. What was it? Wind Magic had a question.
Go ahead. Wind
I
Magic.
have a question. Okay, so the guy that saw him wink, he remembered afterwards that
Like-
he saw his eyelids went this way.
He
Like,
said that
I'm
it was.
sorry,
Yeah,
but
go ahead.
if somebody fucking winked at me and their eyelids went like this, I don't think that's something that would be like, oh yeah,
Facts.
I think
Yeah.
I saw it. I'd be like,
True.
dude, what the fuck is wrong with your eye?
Yeah.
Well, that's how the lady was. That's how the lady was acting.
Yeah.
That's
how
before
she
all
was
this.
acting.
She was like,
But-
I gotta get
yeah.
off the plane. She kept saying, I have to go. And they're like, what's wrong? She's like, you guys have no idea. I have to get off this fucking plane.
She was
right
fucking
now.
scared, dude.
So
They're
do
saying
you
she was
think
drunk. She
that
wasn't
he
drunk.
had some kind of like mind control that he was using on people so they wouldn't actually
It looks like it.
notice? And then
sounds like it. It sounds like
afterward,
it.
they kind of remember it because the fog kind of.
Well, no, it was him. So his side of the story, I could understand because he admits that he was vaguely paying attention, but he said that everything it was so chaotic that when the guy looked back to wink at him, it didn't like click that it was. I guess for him, everything. He had one earbud on. He had the Stephen King going in his ear. You know what I mean? Like this chick, she's making this announcement. She leaves, and then he looks back. And he does that, like the way he did. I mean, if you watch the video, you'll understand where. I guess if you hear him tell his side, maybe you understand where he's coming from. I'm with you. If I were to see that wink like that, I would have been like, "What the
Yeah,
fuck?"
I mean that would register.
Yeah.
Even if I was in a fog,
Yeah.
not really paying attention and something.
I would have been
somebody
like, "Get me
winks
off
at
this fucking
and
plane."
Their eyelids go the wrong
Well,
fucking way.
This is
I'd
a good
be like,
opportunity.
what the hell?
We can put it on the Unknown Theater
Put it on
Discord.
Discord.
and
Yeah.
We'll do it.
Let's
We'll talk
do
about it. We'll
that.
pray about it.
And
We'll have
then,
a group talk.
The crazy ironic thing is the Stephen King book he was listening to was like lizard people with sideways eyes.
No
that's
shit,
totally
right?
Ironic.
That's basically right.
Non-coincidental.
The book he was listening to was "This Plane's Going Down." He was like, "What?" Fuck it.
Yeah, I'm gonna just start. You know, that's what I
Langoliers.
should do, Tiger. Actually, I should. If you're comfortable, the videos you send me, I should just post them in the Discord.
Post
and,
them,
like,
dude. Post
fuck
them. You know
yeah.
what?
So-
That'll be actually good.
Yeah.
We should. Sorry, guys. We're gonna have a quick team meeting real quick. We should post them on the Discord. All right. Fuck these guys. We should post them.
Whoa!
I'm just kidding. But no, yeah.
And then I'll tell them that they have a say in what we talk about, but then
And they
we'll
really
never
don't.
talk about
They
what
really
they
don't.
say.
They really
Okay.
don't.
Okay, meeting
All
over.
right.
Good.
Boom. All right.
Nice.
All right, guys.
back
So
to
we're
the
gonna
show.
post them in the
Back to the show.
Discord. Your opinions matter.
We did bring up one King that someone brought up the core of the moon or something. We did bring up core of the earth or
Oh,
something.
core of
we
the
did
earth.
bring up one of
Yes. Who believes in hollow Earth theory?
Oh God.
There we go. Okay, come on, King.
those. Real James Bond? You seem like
Real
a hollow
no,
earth
no,
guy.
no, 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 no.
No?
No,
I
not
don't-
me, no.
I think when you guys hear hollow Earth, you think like a gigantic hole in the center of the Earth. I don't think it's like that. I do think there's pockets in the Earth crust that have underground civilizations, but I don't think the Earth is literally hollow.
Do you think that the aliens, like there's a theory that the aliens live in the hollow part of the earth?
I think they live in Antarctica or in the ocean.
Oh, we didn't talk about this, but there was a mass sighting this week. It
Where?
went all the way from Georgia to Virginia.
What?
where
Was
it
it?
was, yeah, dude. I got it.
How did I not hear this shit? What?
So what it started out is on the Reddit UFO thread, this guy goes like, "Hey, people share videos, but they also report stuff they saw." And he's like, "I've always been kind of skeptical, but I saw a fucking UFO tonight with my wife." And he goes, "They were driving and they pulled over, and they saw like weird dots, which like that's pretty common. But then they lined up into a triangle, and then he was like, there was one light must have been on the other side because it lit up and you could see a structure of a triangle, and then they kind of went into a line and darted off at a crazy pace." Now, just one person's account, that's one thing. People were like, "Hey, I'm in Georgia. I saw the same thing 15 minutes ago, headed northeast."
Oh shit!
And pictures, video
Beautiful.
of this fucking crazy. And it was the same thing. It was like it kept shifting from like a line of dots that kind of looked similar to the satellites that Elon. It looked similar to, not Starlink, or what the fuck is the name of the satellite? So Elon has satellites in the. It looks similar to that, but it was two lines of them, and it looked thick, like it looked like the side of like a flat surface or something. But
That's crazy.
yeah, we'll throw that in the chat too.
It's gonna be freaking hilarious if we find out like 10 years from now that it was Elon Musk the entire time just fucking around in his basement.
it would make more sense than a lot of the movies.
It's just Elon sitting in a fucking lazy boy with the remote control, just fucking playing with drones.
Oh, dude! Speaking of Elon, so are you gonna get on Threads?
Threads?
You don't even know. You've been abducted by an alien for the last week.
I've been busy, man. I have been.
So
crazy
do
busy.
you know what Threads is?
Fill me in, bro. Fill me the fuck
Okay.
in.
So, for years, Mark Zuckerberg has said that he wanted to start a Twitter competitor, but the issue is Twitter had such big buy-in that he didn't want to start it and then fail.
Yeah.
So in the background, they've been working on it, and initially they were going to try and build it into Instagram, and realized that it doesn't structurally work, because how Twitter works is a comment can become as popular as the post.
Yeah.
And so you need that ability to where like they call it independence or third party or something. Well, they've been working on this the whole time in the background, and with all the shit Elon's doing to Twitter with the limitations, they fucking launched a Twitter competitor this week called Threads, and it had fucking like 100 million people have already downloaded it.
What?
In 1 week.
I gotta check this out.
I'm just frustrated because as a stand-up comic, I just wanted to be funny and like write jokes and go to mics. And then they're like, "Oh, you got to be on TikTok, you got to be on Instagram." This is one more fucking thing that it's like, I saw people were already on Threads, and I'm like, dude, I got to get on Threads. Anybody on Threads out there? You guys seem like, see?
Nice.
That's fucking crazy.
But
I need to step up,
I've
man.
had a Twitter account since Twitter started, but I think Twitter is a phenomenal waste of time and don't use it. But I think Threads is going to work.
Nice.
The only
Did
one
your
I'm
friends
not
follow you
on
over from
anymore
Instagram?
is-
Yes, I call
They
my
did.
friends
So
over.
it gives you the option to, it's connected to Instagram, so you can invite your friends directly over, so you don't start from scratch on it, which is like a kind of a genius built-in. Couple million people. When Magic, did your friends follow you over on Threads?
Some of them.
Some of them. Oh, and you murdered the
Some of
rest of them.
Mostly, yeah.
She drew a line in the sand. She was like, "Come or we're done."
Okay. Polly, are you unmuted?
that's
I think you're
funny.
probably muted.
No, I'm not muted. I'm just like.
What you got?
So, have you heard about how the Pentagon said that there might be an alien mothership sending probes?
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
What?
All right.
Bro, why is no one talking about that? Like, literally,
Dude,
it's like the Pentagon said
amazing.
that.
That's true. That's
Like,
true.
bro,
I heard about that, dude. They really
Finally
did.
coming to pick me up,
The
yeah.
Pentagon really did. Like, that was weird. Even for me, someone who would be like excited about that, I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
Well, they're saying they're doing the slow leak for an eventual disclosure, but they said if they did it all at once, our heads would explode. So they're
What
like,
if, okay, so what if this?
slowly-
What if here's the other side of that coin. What if they're seriously just fucking with us to give us a reason to be afraid, to be like, we need to up taxes because this fucking mothership's coming?
I'd believe it.
Right?
Well, I
Doesn't that make
Yeah.
perfect sense?
I would so believe that.
But like, I don't have to pay taxes, so I'll be fine.
Kiss my ass, kid.
You will eventually. Yeah. He's from Florida. He's gonna get eaten by a gator before he
Oh my
turns 18,
gosh.
so that's fine.
I might be eating a
Okay.
gator, bro. I'll eat a gator. I'll eat a gator, bro. Look at me.
All
I me too, bro.
Calm down,
I like
Polly.
this kid. No, I like this kid. He's a good kid. Cheers, man.
I know
What
we
if?
let him. We let him in as a personal. You're a test.
Yeah.
You're a test. You have no idea how responsible your position is right now.
Yes.
Right on. If you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
13.
Okay, dude.
Don't
Don't
blow
repeat
it.
any of this shit.
I
Dude, we had some
should
guy.
not.
There was some
I
guy
just
asking
realized
me
we
what
need to
school I
get
went
him
to.
out of here because I just want to be funny and talk about masturbating and shit. And I'm not looking at
Hey,
him, so I'm not
well,
talking to him directly.
there's technically, listen, there is a warning when you come in that it's 18 and older, adults only. All right? We do give that warning, right? So if
Polly
somebody
has
comes
special
in.
permission.
Yeah.
All right. All right. All right, Paulie.
Okay, we're not going to talk about anything gross. I'll make sure we
Yeah.
keep the
No
topics,
gross stuff.
Keep the
All right.
topics clean.
So anyway, I was choking this hooker. I was just kidding.
Hey, we don't need to talk about Drew's mom on the podcast, okay?
Oh my gosh. She is
That's what
expensive.
that's what you get when you don't show up on time, man. You get to be the butt of all the fucking jokes. What's gonna be really interesting if he shows up, because we're not gonna go back through all this shit. We're gonna have to.
No, we're having
start
fun,
over
dude.
from scratch. But
This train
but
has
ask him about
left the
reservation.
station, and the dancers are already dancing. Let's do this.
That's true. That's true. We talked
But also,
about cocaine in the White House. We talked about
hey,
shape.
well-
What you got?
what about the freaking the Las Vegas alien? Remember that one?
The one that just kind of
What?
disappeared. The one with the where was looking between the fence or whatever.
Yeah, and like,
zoomed
and
off?
the kids who who did that 911 call, he ended up going on Twitter or Instagram making a video, and he was actually saying like, dude, it's amazing how I told the truth, and I'm listening to all these news networks, and it's nothing to what I've said to them. Like they're twisting the story. They're saying that the CIA has taken us. He goes, it's not. He goes, FBI came. He confirmed a lot of stuff, man. But he also said a lot of the shit that the media was saying was bullshit.
Amen.
So
I mean,
so
we all know.
that was
we
awesome.
all know where that's going. I mean,
Yeah.
this actually leads into the. I'm glad you brought that up. The Tucker Tate thing.
Oh
Tucker
yes.
Carlson and Andrew
Fill-
Tate had an interview that got released
fill me in on
today.
that.
God.
So it was very. Hey, you know me, King Nothing. I try and be the logical approach to this. I will give you the goods and the bads. Do y'all know who Andrew Tate is? First of all, that's kind of important.
Of course I
You know
do.
who Andrew Tate is.
Yeah.
Of course you do.
Be a man.
So he's been telling people that Americans and British people, especially boys, need to be more adults and they need to be men, and that society's cruel and you got to work out and you got to like kick ass so you can get a woman, and it's a very like old school thing. And he's been in Romania hanging out, and they arrested him for trafficking and then a rape charge recently.
Again, like recently?
And well, not recently. Well, they put him out on house arrest, and they clarified what charges they were charging him with. Because at first they were like, they think they're going to, but it's kind of moving along.
Okay,
And
but he
Tucker
was in
Carlson-
prison, right?
Yes, but he's back at his house, and Tucker
Okay.
Carlson's got kicked off Fox, so he's been doing a show on Twitter. And the show's been it started out really strong, and it's going worse and worse and worse. So he went over to Romania to Andrew Tate's house to interview him. And there's good messages and bad messages. I'll give you like the synopsis of at least the first 2/3.
Fucking synopsis. I'm just kidding.
It's a long interview, first of all, but what they keep bringing up is that like all of the case itself is fake, and it's to silence him because the type of men he's telling everyone to be would question reality and do exactly what we're talking about right now, where it's like, what's the media doing? What's the government? Are they lying to us? Whereas a passive man that's been told, just shut up, women are awesome, don't express your masculinity, that they would never question anything. And so it's a giant conspiracy to silence him. Now, my one big issue with the entire interview is that they spent the first like 20, 30 minutes saying, hey, the trafficking charge is me convincing 2 girls to go on TikTok and me supposedly taking their money. And they keep saying that over and over again. And then Carlson himself goes out of his way to be like, oh, I thought it was like a sexual violence thing. I bet everyone else does that. And they talk about it for like 30 or 40 minutes.
What?
And then I look it up. And there's also a rape charge, and they're just completely like pretend like that didn't, and they're laughing. They're like, "Oh, isn't that crazy?" Ha ha ha. And that's what bothers me with the interview. The message Andrew Tate has to say, you can take it or leave it, whatever. I'm in the middle of the run. I don't have hard opinions on his stand. The fact that they're openly like, there was nothing bad. It's all a conspiracy, and then just leaving out 1/3 of the charges. To me, that's kind of fucked up. And
no, what happened was, I'm pretty sure they dropped the rape charge because there was like no one just came out and said anything.
Are you pretty sure, or are you sure?
I'm sure because I saw they did some other interview and they were like, oh yeah, the rape charge that got dropped and something like that, and they're talking about it. So,
as of a couple days ago, it's on the internet that it didn't. So, but they pretended like it had nothing and there was no falsified. And so, like I said, that's what bothered me. He didn't even say, oh, I was charged with rape and they took it away. He was like, it's all about TikTok and some girl. And I was just like, oh man, like you're not even gonna, talk about. And then not only that, there's his brother's involved in 2 other women, and they just completely just pretended like, oh, it's all
Literally.
But anyway, be a man, work out, and get women, get money, because you need money for women, and you got to be a man. That's his stance, right?
Breathe air. Do some
Probably
push-ups.
has herpes.
But I thought more people saw the interview. Now I feel like a jackass for bringing it up.
No, you're good, dude. You know what? I like your voice, and I enjoy
It's
it.
manly.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Well, everybody check it out yourself. It'll be the most views. I know why Tucker Carlson did it. It'll be the most viewed video he's done since he's been on Fox. So it's pretty clear. And
he has a high voice. He's like, oh my god, like he gets all
he's
crazy.
still pissed off that he got put down by Jon Stewart.
Oh yeah, he is.
That was good. Yeah.
That was beautiful.
It was odd. He had his high voice and he kept laughing at stuff, and I'm like, you guys are talking about really fucked up shit. Oh, Andrew Tate said there's no good guys or bad guys in war. There's never like, oh, they're bad and they're crazy and they're good and they're for freedom. And then Tucker Carlson goes, who is the guy who was in charge of England during World War II? Churchill. He was like,
Churchill.
oh yeah, just like Hitler and Churchill. And I'm like, no, Hitler was bad, Churchill was good. It's not just like Hitler and Churchill. Like, come on. But it was a very.
He was kind of good. They were both bad in their own way.
Well, have you heard about his regiment? Like, supposedly Churchill would get up and it'd be like he'd have like a fucking cognac for breakfast.
Oh,
He'd
I
get
like
up
him now.
late. He would like go and like take a dip in a river, and then like come back and drink more. And he basically worked like a 6-hour chunk in the middle of the day, and the rest of the entire day was just getting fucking shit faced.
Did you hear about Benjamin Franklin? How they found body parts in his fucking home in England?
What?
How have y'all not heard this? Who said that?
It's that
Y'all
guy.
haven't heard that?
He doesn't even know who Benjamin Franklin is. He's from Florida, dude. They don't.
Oh
teach you that
shit. Okay,
dude.
so Benjamin, so they found a door in a wall that led to the ground of the house, and in that were 16 different types of remains of children.
What the fuck?
Yeah, in Benjamin Franklin's
It is
fucking
true.
house.
He's not making this one up.
That's a fact. You can Google that shit. It's insane.
What the fuck? Were they young, like infants?
4, 3, 2, 4, 6, 8. You fucking name it. I think the oldest one was like 12 or 13, but some of them were pretty young.
Because he was
Have you
like,
heard
he was
their
a total man
explanation for
whore.
it?
I wonder if they were like all his kids or something.
Well, remember he was a
'Cause
scientist
man
also.
whore.
He was
Yeah,
a scientist
I mean-
also, so he probably chopped people up and fucking opened them up and tried to learn stuff. It could have been back in the day. That's what he was doing. Maybe they were cadavers, but it's a coincidence that they were all kids. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of weird. That's weird.
That was the explanation I read, was that they that him and a bunch of scientist buddies were like had a society where they, at the time, you weren't allowed to operate on or like dissect dead people essentially.
Yeah.
So they're supposedly getting
It was
cadavers
considered barbaric.
and then dissecting them and all like standing around like, oh, look at this fucking spleen. That's interesting, isn't it?
Well,
Look
I
at
mean, the
spleen."
mortality rate in children was much higher then also
That's true.
than it is
But-
now because
But like
there
a
was no
hole in the wall,
vaccinations or
you know what I
anything.
mean? Like
Yeah,
you could
yeah,
have
the
you could
height.
have disposed of the remains in so many other
Yeah.
ways, but he decided to do it in a hole in the wall that led to the
that's
bottom of
kinda
the
gross.
house. That's
You
fucking
know where
weird.
he messed up?
Yeah, that's
He
weird.
didn't do like that tamale lady and make him into tamales. That would
Oh,
have
that would have been smart.
That's all. That's a throwback to like episode 2 of our podcast. You
Guys,
should check that
real-
out. It's on-
I just bring it. I'm gonna just recap it. So there was a
Fuck it,
lady
yeah, we're-
who was killing people for fucking 25 years or some shit like that, and she got away with it because the people she was killing, she was making them into tamales and selling them.
Oh no.
yeah.
Yeah, but the secret's in the sauce.
And there were people in
The
the neighborhood
secret's
that
in
been,
the
like,
sauce.
eating those tamales for like 5 years.
Nice.
Amen,
Good
bro.
I just
So
wanna
it was like a
backtrack-
real life Sweeney Todd type deal.
Yeah,
Pies,
pretty much.
but
Meat
she was
pies, yes.
singing tamales.
Yep. Wee Willies, what's up?
I just want to back up a second. I'm looking. I cannot find anything anywhere that the rape charges have been dropped.
No,
Thank
I saw
you,
that.
we
I
will,
saw
yeah.
that. I saw that his appeal was.
Pauly
or
G, I'm
something
sorry about
was
your cousin, man.
denied.
Controlled.
Apparently, it's he and his brother. The two.
Yeah, and then the two other
Yeah.
ladies are
Oh,
involved
wow.
in a ring
Yeah.
together.
They ping ponged it. That's horrible.
Yeah. It's called
not
Eiffel
good.
Tower, bro. It's not
Or some
oh,
shit.
sorry.
Slap. Oh, I got you.
What were we talking about?
I don't know.
We have a
Oh
third
yeah.
couple
Oh, the
in
tamale
here.
lady. So
Oh, yeah.
if she was like Sweeney Todd, she probably sang Selena while she was fucking chopping them up.
Oh yeah. Bitty bitty bam bam.
Oh.
Putting it in tamales.
So,
If you had to sing a song while committing mass murder, what song would you sing? Oh, Kill Bill. Oh,
Yeah.
that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I think mine would be
Yeah.
like really sadistic. Like, what's the song from Willy Wonka
Yeah.
about the candy man?
Ooh.
The candy man can, cause he mixes it with love and makes the world taste good. Like,
that's
what
good.
I'd sing. That's what
so
I'd sing.
humans, the other white meat.
Ooh. I want to change mine. I want to change mine.
Yes.
I'm changing my song.
I would sing "I Feel Pretty." Could you
Ooh, that's a
imagine?
good one.
Could you imagine just like
Yeah.
slash it away singing?
I would
Feel
sing
Pretty"?
"Don't Break My Heart." My achy breaky heart.
Oh,
You like
another
the-
one
you
bites
like
your
the
dust.
Irish.
Chop. Another
Yeah.
one bites your dust.
Hey,
Slash.
Michael.
Good one.
Ooh, we are the
Hey.
champions.
Yeah, really. There you go. Yep. Give you that one.
Popular topic I think we've ever had. Fucking what would you
It's
do?
a beautiful
Great.
day in the
Murder
neighborhood.
someone too.
Oh yes, she wins.
That's a good.
She
day.
wins. God damn
Won't
it.
your face be mine?
Oh, I love you. You love me. That one sucked.
Hey, Tiger, I'm gonna test your Mexicanness right now.
Oh
Okay.
shit! All right.
What two events are going on tonight that we should be watching instead of being here in the?
Mexico versus somebody.
It is U.S. versus Panama and Mexico versus Canada. None of us should be here.
Yes.
Right at the end of the
Yeah.
show, in about
Sorry in advance.
fucking 30 minutes, 20 minutes. U.S. or Canada. U.S. is on now. Nobody fucking tell me. If you tell me, I will fucking Candyman your ass. But the game is
Wow.
on now.
Some kind of sports thing.
That's
Yes,
some kind
it's
of
called
sports
soccer.
thing.
Oh no.
Did you
Wow,
just
you-
guess because I said Mexico, or did you actually know Mexico was playing tonight?
No, you know what, dude? The answer is always Mexico versus something. So that's my go-to.
Versus
Oh
the
hey,
DEA
yeah. I just
versus
gotta let everybody know, like football season, Monday night football, Thursday night football. You won't be seeing much of me.
You're good. We're only here on Wednesdays, so you're good.
Are you like a stripper for one of the teams or something? Like you just have to always be there?
She's like, I'm following the St. Louis Rams, man.
Need to watch.
Sorry, I'm the shock jock. I'm the shock jock of the bunch. I just say like fucked up shit because I think it's fun.
just
But
watches
Michael
the
Beeler, if you murdered someone, what song would you sing?
Another one bites your dust.
Oh, that was you back there. Oh,
That was
some
me
Queen.
back here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like-
another one. Hey,
I'll
this
put you
table's
next to
throwing
Freddie
me off,
Mercury.
dude. I just spilled my
is.
drink, you guys. So this table right here, this table right next to us, it looked so fucking real. I just grabbed my drink and pretend to put it, and it fell.
Oh,
Was it glass? Or are you okay? Okay, he's good.
No, it was a water bottle. But I almost freaking dropped it. Yeah, it looks real because the fucking table's like right there.
The lines blur
Queen.
after a while.
you about to get shot.
All
How old
right.
are you, Queen?
You ready to start
My,
breaking this down or what?
I do. My VR is right in front of a desk in case I need to like hook up to my computer or charge it. And I've been doing
Good
comedy so
idea.
many times and
Good
fucking
idea.
hit my knuckle on the fucking corner of the desk. And it's
Ouch.
like the hardest thing to fucking focus
Nah, one
on.
time I was playing a game and I was running from someone, and I got so scared. Like I saw the first chair I saw, I just kind of like sat down in VR and
Why
I
did
fell
you
and
do my
smacked my
block?
head on the corner of a desk.
Oof.
Cool story. So you're
Ouch.
still smarter than the average Floridian,
Yeah.
even though you have brain damage.
And I also,
All right,
and
good
also
to
I have
know. Good to know.
And after that, I also have traumatic brain injury right now. So yeah.
Oh shit.
We know you have
Okay.
IBS.
Why do you
Yeah,
have a headset on if you have a traumatic brain injury?
Yeah, what the hell are
It's
you
a
doing,
joke.
kid?
Oh, he's hilarious. He's hilarious. Did you know, Tiger? Do you have any jokes about Florida?
Oh yeah. Actually,
DeSantis.
I actually not DeSantis. I actually do have a Florida joke. Can I tell it? You want to hear my Florida joke, guys?
Dude, I did a minute. I did an old one that I haven't done in 2 years or before you got here. So
Yeah,
hit him
same
with
here.
it.
I haven't done. No, yeah. So my wife, she actually sincerely, she wants to go to Florida. She wants like, we need to take the kids to like Disneyland or something like that. Go to Florida, and I was like, I don't want to go. First of all, old people die there, hurricanes, and the people that live there don't get the hint. Like every time a hurricane comes, you see the same lady on the news crying. She's like, "Oh my gosh, we just didn't know this was gonna happen. This is our third house in 2 weeks." And I'm just like, "Get the fuck out of the way! Just move." That's all I got so far. That's all I remember so far. Like 5 years.
That joke also works in Tornado Alley and probably earthquakes in California. Probably.
No, I butchered that fucking joke. It's a way longer joke, and I forgot my setup.
It's funny how not telling a joke like you when you're telling the joke regularly, it's so locked in that you could be thinking about
Oh my
something
gosh,
else,
my
and then you
20
just
minute
don't
set
tell
right
it
now
for
is-
6 months. Oh, go ahead.
No, you're. Yeah, I was just harping on what you're saying. My 20-minute set that I do right now is like I could do it in my sleep, but if you tell me to do a joke that I wrote like a week ago, fuck, it's gonna sound like I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
See, I have my 15 locked in, and I keep going to this 3-minute mic with an idea of a joke I want to do, and then just rambling like bullshit.
That's fine.
Other
It's an open
jokes
mic.
that like have,
Find it.
but it bothers me because I never do the joke I want to do. I always like do like 10 other jokes, and then fucking sit there and it's just like
'Cause
I'm
you're
not getting
riffing.
anything from this.
Just
Yes.
don't riff it, dude. Yeah, I have to tell myself. Like I literally tell myself like, no, I'm gonna go up there and I have 2 new jokes and I'm gonna say them and I'm not gonna say anything else. That's it.
What the fuck was
That
that,
was
Simon?
close. That
What
was
was
too
that?
close,
Simon-
Crow. That was too close.
That was
Wow,
an underager. Like
scared the shit out of me.
Dude, it sounded a lot like
Yeah.
like the fucking alien abduction, and now I don't see Simon up there anymore.
Oh, aliens.
You ready to wrap it up?
I wanted to say something before about the alien thing when you were talking about the
Oh, go ahead.
the
Yeah.
hollow center Earth. Well, that's bullshit. But where like you think that there may be like colonies like within the you know
Yeah.
different layers of the Earth,
Yeah.
and people say
already
that's
found
where
some.
the aliens live. What if we're the aliens
We are.
and the inhabitants of Earth had to go below ground?
I actually
Like,
believe
that's-
you
that
know,
one.
like the Morlogs.
I believe that 100%. And do you know what? You know what points? You know what? Actually, Shoots, you're gonna like this. You know what points me to that conclusion? I actually believe what you're saying. This is how I know. So technology is getting better, right? So that's requiring us to use less of our mobility, less of our muscles, and you can go back to our diet. If you go back to our diet, 500 years ago, 5,000 years ago, if you look at skulls from back in the day, nobody had crooked teeth. Everybody had straight teeth, even after they were dead. You know what I mean? They had straight teeth. That's because their molars, the back of their mouths were large enough to have those molars not push their teeth forward. Now, with food and how we cook our meat and we're trying to get everything, perfect for our mouths, and stuff like that. It's actually weakened our mouths so that our jaws actually gotten smaller, which is now why we have to have teeth pulled out of our heads. You know what I mean? So that alone. So listen,
But
check it out.
The protein.
Wait, lady. So, hence,
Wait, lady.
listen. So,
He just called me lady. He said, "Wait, lady."
so, when you look at the aliens and how they're described, they're really, really skinny, big eyes, basically no mouth, basically no ears. When you think of how fast technology is just just replicating so fast and it's getting better every year, in the next 100 to 200, maybe 300,000 years, it's going to be so good that we're not going to be able to lift a finger, and our offspring is going to evolve to kids or people that look similar to the aliens that they're describing now.
I will say both of y'all are kind of talking about the storyline from the movie Prometheus,
Wall-E.
the alien one.
Not really, but yeah.
Well, you're not talking about, but the coming from aliens, because the idea of Prometheus is that like the human race started with.
She says we're planted here. I say that we were already here, and with time travel, we're seeing ourselves. I think the aliens in the future, ourselves in the future, discovered time travel, and that's what we're seeing. We're seeing ourselves, and we're just seeing ourselves in an evolved form.
Yeah, coming back.
Yeah.
So what my big question is, back in the day when we had that bigger jaw and the stronger muscles, do you think blowjobs were better or worse?
Better.
Stronger jaw?
A Neanderthal blowjob is the best.
Fuck it. On that note, this has been the Texas Free Podcast. Thank y'all so much for coming out. We do this every second Wednesday.
Slow motion jump. Ready? We're gonna pause.
We do this every other Wednesday. We'll be back if y'all want to join us. Sometimes we hang out at Smokin' Jay's Lounge after the show. Come to all the shows Unknown Theater does. Monday, Beta Show. Tuesday, Binge Nation. Every other Wednesday, us, and then Thursday, of course, the great Metaverse comedy show in the universe or whatever.
Double headliner tomorrow night. Do it.
Double headliner.
Double headliner.
Free blowjobs, all the things you want. You guys have a wonderful evening. Thank y'all so much. And hit it.
Ooh, that didn't sound.
What was that?
I just fell, you guys.
That's a finale.
I'm leaving that in. All right, y'all have a good one. Thanks for coming, Tiger. I know this bitch.
No, you're good, dude. That was fun.
Yeah.
Dude, that was like.